I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have. But it is what it is. And I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game. And I just appreciate the way
It's a rare moment in women's basketball when a Hall of Famer steps onto a podcast and drops more truth than a finals post-game interview. Lisa Leslie didn't merely stand up for Caitlin Clark. She gave a masterclass in grace, insight, and humility. Angel Reese, hosting her own show with thousands of listeners, had a front row seat to what can only be called the most poised and powerful clapback in podcast history.
My season 2, what's some advice that you would give for me?
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups.
While the internet has been buzzing over the Clark versus Reese drama, turning it into a rivalry worthy of Marvel, Lisa Leslie entered the conversation playing a whole different game. She didn't pick sides. She raised the level of discourse. One moment, she's celebrating Clark's influence on the league. The next, she's offering Reese a mentorship that can't be found in any practice session. It wasn't about fueling the drama. It was about fostering growth. And let's be honest,
But she literally got called out for missing layups. I mean, on her own damn show.
Let's take a step back. For months, it seemed like Caitlin Clark couldn't make a move without a WNBA veteran taking a shot at her, whether through subtle remarks, sidelong glances, or even physical checks on the court. The message was loud and clear. Not everyone was ready to welcome her with open arms. But then Lisa Leslie, one of the WNBA's trailblazing icons, stepped in and said, "Actually, Caitlin's doing everything right." And just like that, it landed with the impact of a game-winning...
You want to see more WNBA people saying this, and it's just so obvious.
Here's the take from the Peanut Gallery. We're talking about Lisa Leslie, the woman who helped lay the foundation of the WNBA, who was dunking before it was cool, and who understands what it takes to lead a league. So when she says Caitlin Clark is the real deal, people listen.
We have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. So I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game.
Didn't just call Clark good. She took it a step further. She praised not only Clark's impressive stats, but also her humility and her commitment to honoring the legends who paved the way in a league where some act like they invented the game. Clark's respect for the game's history was undeniable, and Lisa made sure the world took notice. In essence, she asked, "Are you even paying attention?" Because while some are caught up in complaining about camera time, Caitlin is out here giving props to the pioneers.
And she's a competitor. She's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. She's exciting to watch. And quite frankly, I've missed seeing her. Being at Unrivaled, I wish that she was there. Like, I've missed seeing her play. So I really look forward to seeing her back out there. But as I do all of the WNBA players, like, we are really watching a very exciting level of basketball.
Let's talk about the game-changing moment, the one that left everyone speechless. Lisa Leslie didn't just sit back and defend from the sidelines. She took the challenge straight to Angel Reese, appearing on Reese's own podcast, a space where Angel had full control of the mic and the edit button. But Lisa wasn't there to sugarcoat anything. She went into full truth-teller mode and did what few would dare. She looked Reese straight in the eye and called out her biggest flaw: those missed layups. Ouch.
The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're going to fix that. Yeah. That's fixable for you. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good. Your defense is improving.
Let's take a moment to soak this in. You invite a legend onto your show, thinking you'll get some talk about legacy, a few laughs, maybe a bit of girl power energy. Instead, your finishing struggles get aired out like dirty laundry in front of thousands of listeners. But here's the kicker. It wasn't cruel, it wasn't petty, it was just real. And honestly, it might have been the kind of tough love coaching moment Reese wouldn't get anywhere else.
Where she literally needs to put up like 300 shots a day. And I'm not kidding. Like 200 or 300 shots a day, and that's missed layups. She's 6'3" or 6'4", can't hit a layup to save her life. And literal videos have went mega viral of just her missing layups in games.
Lisa didn't drag Reese. She taught her. And that's exactly what makes her such a powerful figure. She didn't embarrass Angel. She lifted her by speaking the truth, much like a Hall of Famer pulling a struggling rookie aside and saying, "You got the talent, but your fundamentals need work." If Angel's wise, she'll recognize it for what it truly was, a gift.
Go out there and prove yourselves. And listen, are we going to get upset about 5, 6, 10 games less on television or not? I don't think we should. We have access to find these games now in a way that we never had before. And we have to appreciate that, and all these platforms that support the W.
Lisa understands better than most that when one star rises, everyone benefits. And Caitlin Clark? She's not just rising, she's soaring. Leslie made it clear that Clark's visibility isn't a threat to veterans. It's a rising tide. More eyes on the league mean more money, more coverage, fuller arenas, and most importantly, a future where both newcomers and veterans get the pay they deserve. Lisa even took on the drama surrounding Clark's TV time directly, shutting down any misconceptions.
Stephen A. Smith had a very interesting discourse with Fee recently over the number of games the Fever broadcasted this season compared to other teams who have also got stars on them. So curious what you make of W's decision to lean into highlighting its stars.
While players like Reese and others have voiced frustration over how many national games Clark's team gets, Leslie broke it down like a seasoned professor. Asterisk, when one of us eats, we all eat asterisk. In other words, rather than being upset about the TV slots, they should be grateful to Clark for bringing in a bigger audience for everyone.
I think it's all about money, marketing, and we cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect called the Caitlin Clark effect. Yes, have we ever had teams have to get into larger arenas to play against a team? No, we have not. So if we have more eyeballs on the game and Caitlin Clark brings that, why would we feel some kind of way because she had...
Remember when some players, and even ESPN, tried to downplay Caitlin Clark's college success at Iowa just because she didn't win a national championship? Well, guess what? Lisa Leslie fired back on that too.
Would you rank her amongst all-time college players, in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to win one for them to even have your name in the conversation. And it took me 3 years to win mine, so it's.
Then came the line that said it all. Lisa Leslie declared that Clark deserves it all. The attention, the endorsements, the hype. Because she's changing the game. And coming from someone who literally helped change the game herself, that's not just hype, it's a coronation.
Winning an NCAA championship is needed for that eventual GOAT conversation, greatest of all time status.
Absolutely not. I didn't win an NCAA championship. I was National Player of the Year. I won all of the individual awards, but sometimes, it's very hard to win a national championship, regardless of how much people talk about it, like, oh, you have to have it. It is one of the hardest things to do in a tournament where you have so many games and you're trying to get there. So yes, shout out to all of the players who were able to win national championships, but it doesn't make a player who didn't win a national championship any less of an amazing individual player and the possibility to be in the talks of being a GOAT for sure.
So what did we witness? Not just a defense of Caitlin Clark, not just a critique of Angel Reese, but a moment where one of the game's all-time greats reminded everyone what true leadership looks like. You lift, you correct, and most importantly, you speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even if it's on someone else's mic. Because at the end of the day, Lisa Leslie isn't here to play favorites. She's here to make the game better. And Caitlin Clark is proving every day that she's more than just a media sensation. She's the future.
And Caitlin, I am so thankful for her. I'm thankful for all of these women and where this game is. And we have to step back and see the big picture and how it's impacting.
Lisa didn't hold back, even on Angel's own podcast. She went straight for it in the most big sisterly way possible, addressing the elephant in the paint. Angel Reese's struggles finishing at the rim. This wasn't a deep dive into advanced stats. It was a WNBA legend simply pointing out that if you're going to be the face of a franchise, you probably shouldn't be missing easy layups under the basket.
Leslie is completely on the money here. And that's just a problem when it comes to a lot of the old WNBA, is that they just can't. They just can't not even wrap their head around. They can't just accept, okay, this person is more popular than.
Here's where it gets interesting. Angel had full control of the podcast. She could have edited out the awkward parts, brushed off the critique, and delivered the classic All Love Queen version for her fans. But she didn't.
It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet.
That in itself was a plot twist. Maybe Angel understood this wasn't shade. It was sunlight. Lisa Leslie wasn't trying to embarrass her. She was trying to elevate her.
WNBA leveling up and all eyes on her now. I think that she knows that she has to completely restructure her form, because that is not the way to be efficient in the post position that she is in. At the post position that she's in, a layup is supposed to be a given. She needs to improve her touch around the rim, like all over the place, but she seems to take these.
Let's give Angel credit for working to evolve her game. She deserves that recognition. I think she knows her game isn't complete yet, and the moment wasn't one-sided either. Leslie didn't come to roast Reese, she came to guide her. She praised Angel's improvements in ball handling and gave props to her developing defensive skills. It wasn't a takedown. It was a balanced performance review from the DOAT of constructive criticism. Only someone who genuinely cares would risk a little discomfort for the sake of growth.
Let's give her credit for trying to evolve her game. We have to give her a little credit. I think she realizes my game is incomplete. Actually happened on Angel's own podcast. Wow. That is pretty embarrassing to have someone come on your podcast and as a professional basketball player, hey, what do you think I need to work on? Layups. Okay, good.